One thing you got to realize about being on retention and this whole NoFap lifestyle is the process is going to be very frustrating. Don't expect the process to be easy, because where you're at right now, that's where you're supposed to be, whether you like it or not. Because where you want to go, where you want to end up in your life, the destination that you're trying to reach, the end result, understand that's going to come in due time. But just like in the old ages, the heroes of the Bible, the men of God, they had to go through the furnace. They had to endure a lot of persecution. They had to go through all these trials and tribulations until they persevered, they overcame. They had to go through a lot of stuff, man, to get to where they had to get to. And it's not fun. It's not fun going through the furnace. I mean, when you look back on it, of course, it might as well have been fun, because the process is supposed to mold you into who you become. It's not the end result that molds you, it's the process. And don't let any self-improvement lifestyle channel tell you that this is a fun journey to be on. It's actually not. There's a lot of hard work, there's a lot of effort, there's a lot of disappointment, a lot of days like drought days where you don't want to do nothing, where you're questioning yourself and you're starting to doubt yourself, especially when you're overcoming things in your life that plagued your life for so many years, like addiction. Coming out of coming out of like drug addiction, alcohol addiction, that's not an easy task. You can't just come out of that in just a couple of days. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a lot of crying nights, because you will feel like shit when you realize the damage that was done to your body, the damage that was done to your life, because those addictions, they took over, which are in the spiritual realm, those are demons that infiltrate your vessel, that keeps you in bondage, that keeps you from connecting to the source, which is the Most High, that keeps you distracted in life, that keeps you docile, weak. It keeps you from reaching your fullest potential. Those addictions, the demons that you have fought in your life, overcoming them is the hardest part. And when you finally awaken, you finally get sick and tired, they go on attack. You're going to go through spiritual warfare, especially when you start putting God first. Most definitely. I'm here to just give you a warning on what's to come when you are on this walk, when you're on this pathway. Because I got to keep it real with you guys. This journey that I'm on, it's not for the faint of heart. It's not for weak-minded men. It's not. The only way you could ever grow in life is if you're going through something. See, growth, it only occurs when you're struggling. You're going through a struggle. You're enduring trials and tribulations. I know I'm making it sound kind of deep right now. I'm making everything sound like it's horrible. But I have to paint the picture for you guys because you don't want to go into anything in life that can benefit you in the long run and expect it to just, be all unicorns and rainbows. It expect it to be like a cakewalk. When you decide to put God first and you decide to practice retention, on top of that, you decide to overcome your addictions. You are, man, let me tell you something. You are making the demons scream. I'm just going to say you're making the demons scream. In the spiritual realm, yeah, you're making the demons scream because they can feel that you are growing. They can feel that you're trying to break the chains of your addictions, of generational curses. They know you're about to break through. That's why those demons are upset. They're mad. They're angry because you are getting away. You are breaking the bondage that you have been stuck in for many, many years. And I know what that's like. I know what it's like to be stuck in bondage. I'm stuck in bondage right now. Stuck in bondage, it can be in many forms. It can be through your own bad eating habits. It can be through just you living in a horrible living situation, not living in the best neighborhood, or there's crimes, whole lot of chaos going on. You don't own your own property. You don't own your own house. You're not living prosperous. You're not living well. Bondage in terms of corn addiction, masturbation, alcohol addiction, weed, smoking, all that. You trying to break through the 9 to 5 wage slave, um, manual labor gig, right? You just trying to get out of the manual labor and do something else that can benefit you, that you can bring more value to. Having a career or your own business, being an entrepreneur, doing something that doesn't involve you giving up your time for money. Instead, you have the time available and you're using it wisely to make money. And you're putting yourself in the position to where the money is making you money, right? You're putting yourself in position to where you're learning high income skills, a trade, and you're getting paid handsomely for the trade that you are performing. That you learned, you took the time to learn it and develop that skill, and now you just increased your salary. Now you just open up a whole different stream of income. You ain't doing that manual labor shit no more. Nah, that's out the way. You surpassed that level in your life. Working for these jobs, working for these corporations, working manual labor, that's bondage. Now I get it. You got to do what you got to do to get a paycheck. We all got to do that. I'm in the same boat. But at some point, You want to break that level, break through that level of manual labor, where it's a career or a business that you're running or whatever entrepreneurship venture that you're on right now. You want that to be successful. You want that to be your bread and butter. You want that to provide you a better living for yourself and your family. You know what I'm saying? For me, I'm sick and tired of having to work manual labor. And that does not mean that I'm not on the process of learning a high income skill. I'm definitely in that process. I'm definitely carving out a path to exit from the manual labor, create that escape plan. See, I ain't going to complain. I'm going to make a way out for me. I'm going to find a way to make sure I never have to work another manual labor job again. Because who wants to do that for the rest of their life? God only knows I don't, because I just want more for myself. I've been in very unfavorable circumstances in my life, and I'm just ready for a change. But I know what I got to do to get to a better place for myself. The process is something you can't ignore. The process is everything that you got to do to get to the destination, to get to the end result. You can't take no shortcuts. No, there's only one way through. One way through. In order to get through, you got to push through. So if you don't push through, you will not get through. And you will definitely not have a breakthrough in your life. If you're not being consistent, you're not being persistent, you're not waking up every day and showing up for your life, showing up for yourself, showing up for whoever you got to show up for. But make sure you're always showing up for yourself. That's the most important thing, is show up for you. I have to show up for myself every single day, because I realize ain't nobody going to show up for me. Ain't nobody going to save me. I got to save myself in this dog eat dog world. I have to make a way. I got to take action every single day. Ain't no one going to come support me, encourage me. No one. No matter if if the support system is not available in my life, or encouragement, it doesn't matter. I got to keep pushing through and persevering. So I'm making this video, man, to let you know that when you practice NoFap, you practice retention, you're just trying to live a righteous life, live upright, you will definitely go through trials and tribulations. The process is going to be frustrating. Best believe you're going to have your days where you just say, fuck it, man, I don't care anymore. I'm through. I had it. And I know y'all have had them days. Very frustrating days, man. You like the idea of where you want to be at in life. But see, what it takes to get there is not too exciting. That's the part people forgot to tell you. Everybody wants to talk about the results. Everybody wants to talk about the beauty and the feeling good about the results and this and that. Like, okay, but how about the part in which you're getting there, the process, the moves you got to make. Like, you got to make moves to get to that point, to that fun part. The fun part to me is when you make it. I can be proud of the steps that I took in order to get to that place, to the end result. It will feel much sweeter. Victory, winning, success will just taste a whole lot sweeter because of the trials and the tribulations that I've endured and that I've overcame. I didn't take no shortcuts. I didn't take no days off. I didn't cheat to win. I didn't step on nobody on my way to success. I got there off of God, God's will, me taking action, believing in myself, having faith, and just trusting the process. That's the number one thing, is trust the process. Before I get off, I want to drop a little gem for y'all. You know how y'all need the GPS to get to whatever destination you're trying to get to? You're not sure how to get there, but you got to get your GPS on, right? To help you get to that destination. Well, think about it like this. Think about the GPS on your phone like your your pathway to success, right? GPS. The G, it stands for God, right? The P stands for patience. Patience is the most important part. You got to be patient throughout this process, throughout the journey. And the S, I think y'all know what the S stands for. It's success. See, I believe if you put God first in anything you do, right? And then on your way to the destination, you're patient. You're patient with driving to that destination. You know you're going to get there eventually. It's going to take a while, but you're going to get there. You're trusting the process. And then success will come your way. The success part, that's the fun part. That's where you get to feel good about what you've done and what you accomplished. So don't forget those three things: God, patience, and success. The G.P.S. That's the motto that I'm living by. That's the model that I'm living by, G.P.S. So once again, man, don't ignore, don't try to avoid the process, because that is the main ingredient to your success. You got to go through the process. It can be frustrating at times, and I know today I became very frustrated. The way I work off that frustration is I got to go to the gym. I got to work it out. Got to sweat. Got to do my cardio. Got to talk to God. Man, I get frustrated a lot, bro. Especially these last couple of weeks, I've been getting really frustrated. that energy is definitely building up, but I'm at a point now. I know how to monitor. I know how to control my frustration. I turn that, whatever anger, whatever pain that I'm feeling, I got to turn that shit into fuel. Fuel to my fire, bro. Real talk. So this is the retention lifestyle. Make sure y'all like the video for the algorithm warrior of Christ. And thank y'all for watching. Subscribe for more content. I'm out. Peace.